All right. Just picked this one up. '03 step side Tundra, 173 or 2,000 miles. SR5. Just a basic Tundra. The biggest thing is the step side. I mean, I still don't know what to think about this. Obviously, I'm not complaining. It just never really aged well. Very unique look. I've only seen a couple of these around, but I like it. It's unique in its own way, but at the same time, it's very strange and just not a thing that aged well with these. Regardless, got a screaming deal on this. Was not looking for a Tundra whatsoever. And this one came across. Woke up from a nap. First thing I saw when I was browsing, I had the deal done and looked at it, and it was to my house within an hour of him listing it. Great guy. This was his dad's. His dad bought it brand new and died of cancer a year ago when he inherited it, and put less than 1,000 miles on it. This thing was garage kept. His dad took really good care of it, and I'm fortunate for that, for sure. I don't know what I'm going to do with this truck. I like it. I've drove it all over the place. I've had it less than 24 hours, and I've put a couple 100 miles on it. Took it up to the mountains last night. It was pretty fun. So the maintenance history on this one's pretty good. It just had the timing belt done, all fluids replaced, brand new tires, brakes, all that stuff. So it's been maintained, and that's key when I'm looking for a vehicle. Absolutely key is maintenance history. I like to find stuff that's, first owner, second owner, original owner, all that stuff. So this one ticked all the boxes for me. Everything works on this thing. A couple things don't work, but everything works as far as the lights, the turn signals, the four-wheel drive, all of the basic necessities that you would need in Colorado. I love the front ends of these. I absolutely love these trucks. This is my third Tundra. I had a 99, an 06, and now this 03. Unfortunately, the green 99 I had, I ended up selling that rather quickly and never got around to doing a video. So I try to be quick when I get these, try to document everything about them. Again, this isn't a get famous type YouTube channel. This is more of documentation for me in the future. I really enjoy watching these videos, and I know other people do as well. I'm not a car expert, but I am an enthusiast, and I do know a lot about these Tundras, and I have worked on this particular motor quite a bit. Great motor, great transmission. This one does have the 4-speed transmission. 03, I believe 05, 06 was the year of upgrade, but to be honest, this transmission shifts a lot smoother than that 06 I had, and it had a lot less miles than this. So just goes to show maintenance history, all that stuff really matters. There's no corrosion on this thing anywhere. The frame is absolutely spotless. I mean, you can't get much better than that. It looks really good under there. Everything's original, muffler, catalytic converters, all that. And listen how quiet that motor is. There's no ticking, no knocking, no smoke. Little bit of peppered from rock chips going on there. I don't know what to do about that, but other than that, it's very, very clean. Very, very clean and sound and quiet. It's just overall a really good looking truck for the mileage and the price I paid. There's absolutely no complaints on this vehicle. Tires brand new. This is like the fourth Toyota I've bought in the last 6 months that has the original sticker from the dealer. My ex-wife bought, I actually know the owners of this dealership. It's since been acquired, but my ex-wife bought a vehicle from Ehrlich and Greeley, and brand new RAV4 in 2018, and their sticker has since changed, of course, but that is the original one from 03. This truck, like I said, I've owned 3 of them, and this one runs absolutely the best out of all 3 I've had. The shifts are smooth, the engine's quiet, it's very, very smooth. Steering's nice and tight. I mean, even at 80 miles an hour, the steering feels great. The seats are so comfortable. Cloth seats are something that I never really get to experience. I'm usually in the limited trims or higher end trims of a vehicle, and that's just preference. But I do prefer cloth seats. They're a little more plush, more comfortable, easier to, keep up with. You're not having to condition them all the time. They're easier to clean, and in my opinion, they're more comfortable. I've had some back issues recently, so it's all about comfort for me, and this truck's comfortable. I still have a 13 LX570 Lexus, and I wouldn't say this is as comfortable, but for a truck, it's pretty damn comfortable. A little bit of brake dust and corrosion going on, pitting rather, on these wheels. I don't really know that I'll do anything with these wheels or anything with this truck in general. I'll most likely keep it 100% stock. The LX570 is up for sale right now, so I might keep this for a while. I say that with all my vehicles, but these are just cool trucks. They're built so well. I mean, what truck with 172,000 miles can I talk this quietly in front of the engine and it's clear as day? Some scratches and stuff expected for a 172,000 mile 27-year-old vehicle. I really like the trim here. I still don't know what to think about this rear end. It's just so unique. And the only benefit was this step here. This one does not have the full slide up and down rear window. It's got this little access window. That has a little bit of surface going on in the corners and up front here. Could probably just fluid film that or clean it out and bed line this thing, but definitely wasn't a work truck. It's clean. I do like the look from right there. Very unique. And I don't know, maybe somebody could chime in here. I don't know how many of these they made each year, but it couldn't have been many. I've only seen a couple out here in Colorado, and these Tundras are very, very popular here. I see them around every corner, every parking lot. Colorado is definitely leading the sales. 4Runners, Tundras, Tacomas, all of that. Anytime I go to another state, I don't see near as much. Yeah, for 172,000 miles, this thing's rocking, aging really well. Some scratches, like I said, just some average wear. And there's a dent down here too. I do like the access cabs, but I mean, the Toyota quality, I'll say this over and over and over every time I get one of these. I mean, everything is so solid. And if I told you that this Tundra had 90,000 miles, 80,000 miles, you would 100% believe me. I mean, there's no steering wheel wear. The bolster looks brand new. It's never been, repaired. Floor mats. I mean, you just don't get the quality out of any other vehicle, Toyota or Honda. I'll always speak highly of those vehicles. This one is really basic. The only thing is the wires or the cables that control the adjustment for this, they're binding, so I might lube those up, but I might need to pull the dash out to repair those. Other than that, the AC works great. Everything in here works great. 4-wheel drive, all of that. There is some cracking going on the windshield here, and got a rock chip there, chip here. It is due for an oil change soon. 173,387. I'm at 172,887. So got about 1,000 miles till an oil change. But the way that I drive nowadays. This vehicle will be a weekend cruiser. I've got a work truck that I commute to and from work during the weekdays, so it's likely I don't put many miles on this truck at all. Wish I had a backup camera, but again, not complaining one bit. The visibility in this truck's great, so it's not a concern. It is the original radio that works. Speakers sound good too. I don't know why when I was trying to lower I'm trying to lower the volume and it's going up. If I keep this truck long term, I'll probably throw in something a little different. Maybe take this out and clean it so it functions correctly. Yeah, everything works. AC, heat, all that stuff. The lights are burnt out here for the park reverse neutral drive. I think the reverse works. Neutral works, drive doesn't work. Second works, low works. So park and drive are burnt out. Other than that, everything is functioning as it should. Oil pressure's good. Of course, it goes up when you accelerate, but yeah, I mean, these trucks are so sweet. That V8, it's so smooth and quiet, and it sounds good. One thing with these I noticed is a lot of people think that they have exhaust leaks. And I've noticed that too. There was years ago, I went and looked at a really, really nice Tundra in Denver, and I turned it down because it sounded like it had a nasty exhaust leak. But after a little bit of research and owning a couple of these, I figured out that it's actually a bad seal around the steering shaft. And how you can eliminate it is take a bunch of, you can take a bunch of insulation and you can stuff it right in there. And if that is the issue, you know that it's that seal in there. That seal is kind of a pain to replace, but yeah, up in there is where all those cables are, right there. You can see that one's kind of messed up here, but I'll have to get in there. I think I'm going to start by lubing those cables and I don't know, maybe replacing them. Try to not pull the dash out first. So yeah, the interior, I'd call it mint. I really would. Back seat looks great. I mean, did he ever even use those? You know, this is the thing I love about original owner or two owner vehicles is, you know, the likelihood of no one even sitting back here is pretty high, especially with the age of the previous owner. Toyota quality, you can't get much better than that. Like I said, what vehicle has, you know, 172,000 miles looks like that? Got the 2UZFE V8. Quiet as ever. Like I said, timing bell, water pump, and the radiator was just replaced 2 years ago. These motors are just legendary. This one doesn't have any weeping around any of the valve cover gaskets here, which is pretty rare. Usually you've got some weeping down there and you can smell the oil burning on the hot exhaust manifold, but this one doesn't have any of that. Battery could probably use a cleaning. Doesn't look the best, but this thing sat a long time. I mean, I don't even see any, you know, seepage or spillage from sloppy techs when they change the oil. And when I popped the hood on this when I first got it, that was a really good indication, like, hey, the guy who owned this thing, he was particular, and the people that serviced it, they were right in line with him. So no complaints. I love these motors. I love Toyotas in general, and you know, I hate saying it, but I used to love Jeep Cherokees, and I've had 60 of them, 60 plus. I think I'm left off at 66, but I phased out of them because they're just so needy. They're such needy vehicles. And you know, with going up to the mountains, You know, I don't want to be stranded up there in a Jeep Cherokee. I'd rather have a Toyota that's really reliable and fairly newer. I mean, the last Cherokee that you can own is a 2001. So, you know, this is a little newer, but I'm not dogging Jeep Cherokees at all. They're not aging well. Parts and pieces are harder to find, and quality parts was the hardest thing for me. You know, AutoZone and O'Reilly's is your only option with those old Jeep Cherokees, and I just got sick of replacing parts all the time with junk generic parts. So I'll still say I will continue to look for deals on Jeep Cherokees, but Toyota just has proven to me, Toyota and Lexus, especially Lexus, proven to me that, you know, you get what you pay for, and the engineering of a Toyota and a Lexus is just next to none. I mean, I've said this before, everything has its place. Everything has a bracket holding it in place so you don't get chafing or rubbing. You know, it's really neat. They actually call this the million-mile motor. And I don't doubt that this one will reach that. I don't doubt it at all. Got a nice transmission cooler. I mean, these things are just built to last. 2U ZFE motor. I believe this was 97 or 98 to 06 for the Tundra. And Sequoia LX470, the GX470 all had this same motor for similar years to that. There is something to be said about the later model of this motor, because it did get the dual VVTi and the 5-speed transmission, so better gas mileage, more power. But I've never really noticed that with owning, you know, an LX470 or a Tundra that was in that year where they had the updates for the motor and transmission. It's very unnoticeable. I am at 5,000 feet elevation, so that does make a difference. Drains about 15% of the engine power compared to sea level. So yeah, 2003 Tundra step side. Weird ass engineering. I don't know, maybe one day that'll age well and people will say, damn, those step sides were cool. But for now, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. But if I just focus up here and the motor and the interior and how good it runs, I can get over myself on that step side. Anyway, we'll see where this one takes me. Maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I'll pass it along to somebody who can take care of it just as well as I. But for now, I'm going to see where it takes me. Feel out its energy. Just enjoy it. It's a cool truck. Got an outstanding deal. And the legacy of the Toyota just continues on with me. Anytime there's a deal on one of these things, I'll be first in line.